I just got a silicone mold that can make 15 heart-shaped stones, and we're going to resurrect this older design because my friend Julie is doing a 60-mile, 3-day breast cancer walk in San Diego next week, and I want to make some stones that she can take with her to hand out or to leave along the route. This mold came with instructions on exactly how much gypsum cement I needed to fill up the whole mold, so I'm working on getting that mixed up, and then I am going to pour it into the mold and see if we can't fill up 15 hearts to make these fun little pink bra rocks. It turns out I came up a little bit short on making enough gypsum cement to fill up the entire mold, so I made a little bit extra to get those last 2 hearts in, and then I let them sit, and now we're going to take them out of the mold. One of the things that happens is you often need to smooth out the backs of the rocks, and one of the tricks I learned from Jadel Rocks, which is just genius, is to use concrete or some kind of landscaping stone outside, and you just rub the back along the concrete and it gets things kind of sanded down and smooth. And if you want to go even smoother than that, you can use a buffer or some sandpaper and it'll get it nice and smoothed out, but this gets the really rough edges off. You do want to make sure that you let these sit for at least 24 to 48 hours to fully dry out. They have a lot of moisture in them as homemade stones, so you want to make sure that that has a chance to dry out. And then I like to put a little coat of Mod Podge on them to kind of seal them in because they are a little bit porous. And so this just kind of helps that first coat of paint not suck into the rock. It kind of lets it sit on top. The Mod Podge just gives a nice little seal. Now I got this box of paints on clearance at Michael's for $2. I've never heard of the brand and I'm just hopeful because they're all skin tone colors, so it's perfect for this project. And I'm a sucker for a good clearance deal and I may end up paying for this, but I just couldn't pass it up for $2. So I'm gonna try and give a chance to all of these different colors of paints. I figured it would give us a nice variety of skin tones for the idea behind all the different women that are going to be on this wonderful breast cancer 3-day walk in San Diego. And I know it's wonderful because I've done 2 of them. In 2009 and 2010, I walked in San Diego. I did the 60-mile walk in honor of 3 of my aunts. And it's just a really fun and amazing place to be. The community really comes out and shows up and is very supportive. So that's part of the reason I wanted to have something to give, because the community often gives things. They have snacks, they have little fun pins and different things that they give to all the walkers. So that's kind of where this came from. But as I'm making these, I'm discovering this paint is not rising to my expectations in any way, shape, or form. So I'm going to try adding some Liquitex gesso to the paint to see if it'll give it a little more staying power, because it's just very see-through, not great coverage. As you can see, I don't know when I'm going to learn. Don't buy cheap craft paint. So we're going to go into my normal craft paints and get some Deco Art browns and some peach, and we are going to create the skin tones ourselves by starting with the brown, and then I'm going to use the peach color to kind of lighten up the brown and just create a bunch of different shades of paint to get different skin tones, because I fell sucker to the clearance deal and I got burned. So please learn from me. I don't know when I'm going to learn. Don't buy cheap craft paints. Like even the apple barrel from Walmart, it's cheap. It's affordable, rather, is maybe the better word, but it has better coverage than these crappy paints that I bought at Michael's. So don't sell yourself too short. I'm gradually replacing all of my apple barrels with folk art and Deco Art, but apple barrel does work just fine if you need something that's affordable. So that would be my recommendation. If you want to keep things kind of on the affordable side, the apple barrel paint from Walmart works fine, but don't go too cheap or you will never get coverage and you will become frustrated like I did with this project. So it basically just added some time. I'm kind of retracing my steps to get base coats of color, but now I'm finally to the step where I'm going to take my Happy Dotting Company soapstone pencil and I'm going to line out kind of the design of the bra or the bikini or whatever you want to think that it is, and kind of the straps and the back. So this is kind of a 360-degree design. It's going on the front and the back. And then I'm going to use Liquitex gesso because I'm going to use various shades of pink, which can be tricky to get nice, good, solid coverage. So I'm going to do a base coat of the Liquitex Gesso to just give myself some nice grip and help with the opacity of the various pinks that I'm going to use. My friend Julie actually asked me to join her on one of the 3-day walks this year because she's done, I think, 3 this year. She's done multiple. And since I've done them before, I was like, oh, I really want to do it again. And then we got in kind of a pinch because we didn't know when my oldest son's ship out date for boot camp was going to be. So it was all kind of conflicting and riding on that. And this particular one in San Diego was on a date that is very close to when we thought he might ship out. So I didn't want to commit because there's a fundraising goal that's pretty hefty that you have to meet in order to be able to walk. So I just couldn't commit this year, and I'm hoping maybe next year I will do one of these with her because it would be so fun to do it with someone that I know. When I did it before, I did it by myself and I made new friends along the way, and it was amazing and awesome. But it would be really cool to do it with someone that I know who's a survivor, and she's just a ton of fun anyway. So maybe next year I'll be in San Diego, or maybe I'll do one of the other locations that I've never been to, but we'll see. So in the meantime, we're going to send some support in the way of kindness rocks. And so I'm starting out with some bright pink paint. I just got this one, I think at Hobby Lobby recently, and I've been dying to use it. And I love how bright and almost neon that it is. So I'm going to use this one for my first rock and just get a couple coats on there to make sure I have nice solid coverage, and using a disposable eyeliner brush to do the smaller line details like the straps. And so the fun part with this design is that you can do just about anything with it. So you could do a summer design too, like if you wanted to do bikinis or something. But so I'm doing various shades of pink, and then you could decorate them however you want, like stripes, polka dots. There's definitely going to be some glitter paint involved here because that's me. If you've been around, you know I like my glitter paint. So it's a lot of fun. You can customize it. This could be a fun girls' night craft, or it's just a fun one to do with the hearts, the heart-shaped stones. It makes it a lot of fun. I've done it with a very large one before, but this mold is new and I love it because these are, they're 2-inch stones. So they're tinier. They'll be easier for her to pocket around and, hand them to people if she wants to give it as a gift or leave it along the route. They should be nice and bright and noticeable to people. So on this first one, I'm adding some extreme hologram glitter paint along the edges just to give some accents, and then I'm just gonna go crazy with different colors and different designs. So let's take a peek at the different designs that I created. I even made a little sports bra. Came out a little crooked, but it's a sports bra, and I thought that was kind of fun too. So I created some little QR code labels to put on the backs of these rocks, which is not something that I normally do, but I wanted there to be some kind of connection if she gifts these to people or if they find them along the route, that they could scan this and see what the heck this is all about. So if they get one, they'll scan the QR code and it's going to take them to this little message that says hello for me and what I did, and if they want to come here to this video and watch how the rocks were created. So I hope some of you are here because you got a rock on this breast cancer 3-day walk in San Diego. So I'm going to place them on with Mod Podge to make sure that they're kind of sealed on there first and make sure that that completely dries. And then I'm also going to seal the rocks in resin like I normally do, but that's really the best way to make sure that these are sealed. I don't usually do this because my local rock group doesn't allow any kind of glue-ons, stickers, anything like that, because we know not everybody can seal with resin to make sure that it's protected from animals or, the environment of things peeling off. So this is not something that I normally do, but this is a special occasion. And I wanted people to be able to know a little bit about kindness rocks and what they do. And so it'll lead them back here, hopefully, to this video. So if you just walked 10 miles, 20 miles, or 60 miles, you rock. And everyone else, thanks for stopping by to watch. I'll see you next time. Take care.